Hi guys, welcome to Tarot of Dreams. I thought I'd jump on today and do a general reading. This is a general reading, so it won't resonate for everybody. Please only take what resonates, because trying to make a reading resonate is just going to cause you unnecessary stress and anxiety. And we've got enough of that going on in the world right now, and I don't want to be the cause of your stress and anxiety. I do daily readings on my Instagram, so obviously if you want to kind of drop me a look on there. Obviously, I might hit you with a reading there because I do readings on there too. I'm going to try and post one of these maybe every other day or every day, depending on what my schedule is, because obviously I am busy with readings for other people as well. So, but yeah, so let's see what Spirit's got to say. Like, general readings kind of gives you an idea of where your energy's at right now, if there is any blockages, if you need to change anything, if you like the way that you are going, keep going. It kind of gives you a little bit of a boost. But it kind of just gives you a guide to see if there's anything that you need to change, or if you just need some clarification to keep going down the road that you're going down. Okay, so we'll see what Spirit's got to say. So Spirit, can I have a couple of cards for the collective, please? So we've got the Ace of Wands. We have the Tower. We have the Ace of Pentacles, and then we have the Star. Just one more. And we have the Four of Cups. I want one more after that one. And then we have the Ten of Swords. We also have the Three of Swords as well. We have the Six of Swords on the bottom of the deck. And in the centre of the deck we have the Queen of Wands. Okay. Very strange reading. Okay, very strange energy. With that Tower, the Three of Swords, and the Ten of Swords, I do feel like you're maybe going through it at the moment. Things have changed. And with that Ace of Wands, I feel like you have basically the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, and in between you have the Tower. So for me, it means that maybe you decided to make these changes, and everything you just kind of, sometimes we have to bulldoze our own life because we need to get rid of energies, we need to change the way that we feel, change the way that we see things, and understand that things need to be changed, because it's not just not working out the way that we thought it was. It's just not working out the way that we needed it to. Energies are not giving us what we needed. So sometimes we have to kind of like start from scratch. When I say bulldoze, I don't mean that in a negative way. I kind of mean that you've started off, you've just basically made a decision and then kind of gone, I want a clean slate. I want to start afresh. I want to do something new. And with that Ace of Pentacles, I do feel like that's going to come into fruition for you. But you obviously have to put the time and the effort in. But this is kind of what you've been wanting for yourself with that Star card. It's kind of working towards your goals and your dreams and your ambitions. But you also don't want people to hold you back. Because with that Four of Cups energy, I do feel like you kind of like looked around and thought, this is not happening for me. It's happening for everybody else. Why isn't it happening for me? What is it that's causing me this blockage? What is it that's causing me to not be able to kind of move forward with my life and move forward in direction? And I do get that kind of Ten of Swords and that Three of Swords energy. So I don't know if people have been deceptive to you in the past with that Ten of Swords energy, and you've had to walk away from that. And that Three of Swords energy, although it is a very hard card to get, it's still a very much healing card, because that's kind of what needs to happen now. So cleaning off your slate, starting afresh, changing direction completely, especially with that Tower moment. If you have done that, or you are going through that, by the end of this period of time, you are going to need to take some time for yourself. So what Spirit's kind of saying to me is that you need to kind of like not rush into anything. Make sure that you take your time. Make sure that you find your own stability. Make sure that you find your own kind of balance again and make sure that you're grounded, because when we have been through loss and pain or disappointment, or people have been toxic, or we've got trauma, it takes us a long time to kind of get around that. But I'm not saying that your life has to stop, but what I'm saying is just give yourself some time and give yourself a break, with especially with that Three of Swords energy, because that Six of Swords is that the roughness, the feeling of being in a storm is going to come to an end. You're going to hit land at some point. You're going to hit solid ground. You're going to feel a lot more balanced, and you're going to feel a lot more grounded. But you can't rush this process. It's something that needs to happen organically. It has to happen naturally. When you feel ready, I call it your pit of despair. We all have a pit of despair. We all have to sit in it every now and again and heal. And then when we heal those, when we sit in our pit of despair, we heal, we think, we develop, we grow stronger, we become a powerhouse. Sometimes we become a powerhouse. And with that Queen of Wands energy, she is the powerhouse. She is fiery, passionate, driven. She's kind of, don't mess with me or you're gonna get, you're gonna get the bull. She's the fire, she's literally the embodiment of fire. She's the embodiment of creating boundaries and putting those boundaries out into the world so these things won't happen again. But what I do feel is that you feel that you made this decision, and that the cards are kind of saying that you kind of made the right decision. I'm going to pull some more cards for you, but we're going to go dig a little bit deeper into this. But I do feel that Ace of Pentacles, that you are starting a new prosperity for yourself. So that doesn't actually have to mean money, but it can be prosperity within how we feel about ourselves. It can also be money as well. So this could be like the fact that you've kind of changed your job, or you blew out your job and thought you were sick and tired of the way that you're being treated. You have bigger ideas, you have bigger drive with that Ace of Wands energy, that you wanted to accomplish something for yourself. It could be about a relationship, the fact that the relationship wasn't giving you what you needed. Maybe you were betrayed in your relationship and you thought that you deserved better, so you decided to make these changes for yourself. But that Tower moment, although it is a very scary card to get, and it is a very, very kind of like hectic, heavy card, it means that we can start to build from scratch. It means that you have basically a blank slate, and you are building from that blank slate, and to build something that you actually want for yourself. The things that you've been kind of manifesting for yourself, the things that you've been wanting for yourself. And you just don't care anymore. You're just letting go, and you're gonna not look at other people's lives and wonder why they have what you have. It's kind of like keeping up with the Joneses. You have your own personality. You're going to be coming into this Queen of Wands personality, which is that beautiful energy. Okay, I'm just going to pull some more cards and see what Spirit's got to say. Freedom. Freedom to be able to do what you want, think how you want, be who you want to be. It's that freedom, and it gives you that energy of being able to tackle the things that you want to tackle, and having that freedom of having that joyful energy of, you're free. Basically, you can start progressing the way that you want to progress. You can go down the avenues that you want to go down. Yeah, because you're going to be releasing your binds. You're going to be releasing that Eight of Swords energy. You're going to be releasing those things that you thought were holding you back, which actually weren't holding you back. And with that Ace of Wands, I really feel like you haven't actually noticed that you are actually being held back by your own fears and your own trauma. Because I do feel like with the Six of Swords, sometimes it's kind of things that have happened to us in our past that kind of hold us back. So you are now releasing those. You are no longer going to allow them to kind of affect you. You are now no longer going to let them dictate to you your journey, dictate to where you want to go, how you want to do things. Because with that Seven of Wands energy, you're going to find your inner peace. You're going to work hard. You're going to find your grounding. You're going to open your chakras. You're going to feel a lot more freer, which is I do feel like some of you have been feeling quite trapped in the situation that you're in now, and you kind of wanted to change that for yourself. So now is the time. You're releasing those bounds, you're releasing those bindings. But all in all, it was your decision, and you should feel really proud of making that step, because sometimes it's a very hard step for us to take, especially when we're so used to like the norm. But I think you're tired of that heartbreak, you're tired of that feeling of that Ten of Swords energy, which is that deception energy, and that feeling that you've been stabbed in the back, and just feeling like you've got it from every angle. So actually starting this fresh start, and that getting to that freedom kind of energy, and that Queen of Wands energy, which is beautiful energy, like that strong, determined person. So yeah, so whatever decision that you made, I really do feel like if you feel in your gut, I mean, I'm just reading the cards, but if you feel in your gut it was the right decision for you, or it is the right decision for you, then always go with your gut, always go with your decision. You can basically choose whatever you want to go, whatever you want to do. Okay. I'm just going to pull some oracle cards and see what else we've got to say. So we've got High Priestess, which is leadership. So yeah, funnily enough, Spirit, as soon as I pull the card, Spirit kind of says you're taking leadership of your own life. So maybe you've kind of been in a situation where you haven't been able to really kind of do the things that you want to do because you've been because you've kind of been held back. Well, now you're taking leadership. You're taking leadership within yourself. You might actually be taking on a leadership role. You could be opening yourself up to more spiritual practices, spiritual beliefs. You might be actually going to teaching people spirituality or whatever it is. But whatever it is that you are taking leadership, you're taking leadership of your own life, and you're taking leadership for other people to kind of follow your example, if that makes sense. So yeah, so that's kind of what Spirit's giving to me on that card. And we've got familiar, which is deep bonds. Yeah, so when we go through a time of like the Three of Swords and the Ten of Swords, actually having people around us, having people that actually understand us, people that we can trust, that's a really important question, you know, that's a really important one. People that we can trust, it's actually developing those bonds. You might find new bonds, you might find people that are kind of done the same thing as you, or you might find a group of people that have gone through very similar situations, and that you find that, you know, you can kind of bond over how you dealt with that and how you progress from that. So finding people that are on kind of like, I call them your soul sisters, doesn't have to be a female, but it's just kind of your soul group, your soul circle. Finding those people that really do kind of give you that boost, but also tell you the truth and are honest with you, but do it with kindness and not like obviously negativity and like obviously disdain, but people that actually just care about you and actually want to help you, and you wanting to help them in the process. So that's kind of what heals us, and that's kind of what gets us through as well. And then we have the elements, which is back to basics. Yeah, it's time to get back to basics. It's time to find out what it is that you want for yourself. It's time to find out, just start from the beginning and work your way through. That's kind of what Spirit's giving to me. It's like, you can't start at the top and expect to be there forever. You know, you sometimes we need to like kind of start basic, and that's kind of what that tower card does. It swipes everything away that needed to be swiped and kind of leaves us with the bare minimum, and then that's when we start to build. And that's kind of when the universe and spirit, divine ancestors, whatever it is that you actually follow, that actually understand that you've actually learnt your lessons, and then you don't have to keep reliving the same lessons over and over again because you've already learnt them. And that's kind of how they process this. They kind of take everything away, and then we build back. We build ourselves back up again. I'm not saying it's comfortable. It really isn't. It's a very difficult process to go through, but you are strong, and you use that strength to be able to get to that freedom card and get to that freedom moment of feeling that you have accomplished, and you feel accomplished, and you know your self-worth, and you've set your boundaries, and you've done everything that you need to do for yourself in order to get into a better place spiritually, and a better place emotionally as well sometimes. Okay. So we've got knowledge, which is ignorant and knowing. Knowledge. Okay, so sometimes we have to learn things about ourselves in order to be able to move forward. Sometimes we can't turn a blind eye to the things that are happening to us, and sometimes we have to deal with that, and we have to can't bury our head in the sand. That's kind of what Spirit's saying to me. So, and knowing what's right for you and knowing what you deserve is really important in this card and in this reading. So you can't ignore the things that are going on around you. You have to be able to do something. You have to set boundaries for yourself. You have to speak up and be heard. You know, disrespect is disrespect at the end of the day. So you setting yourself strong boundaries and you setting yourself, because you don't deserve that and nobody deserves that. So actually putting it out there or walking away from that energy is kind of where you are right now. And then we've got learning, which is rejecting and accepting. Not everything works out the way we want it to. Sometimes we have to change direction. Sometimes we have to change our plans, and that's fine. We can do that because you're learning a lesson. You know that that wasn't right for you, and then you can kind of understand why it wasn't right for you, and you can kind of process that in a way of, that's a learning process. That's how you learn how we like things. And when we do that as a child, I mean, you eat food you don't like, and you know that you don't like it. Brussels sprouts for me. But you know, so you know, you eat food and then obviously you know that you don't like that, so you've accepted it. You've accepted that you don't like it. And what's the difference with our spiritual health, how people treat us? If we don't like that, then we don't have to accept it. So reject, acknowledge, and acknowledging. We're rejecting the things that we don't like and we're acknowledging the things that we do, and that is absolutely fine. That is a process of learning. You are learning what you do like and what you don't like, what you will put up with, what you won't put up with. I mean, it's very complicated in life right now because we all have trauma. Everybody has some sort of issue. You know, we all have healing to do. But it's what you can accept and what you find acceptable, you know, and if you accept that, then that's fine. You go with your gut with that. But if you don't, it's okay not to accept that. It's okay not to be happy about the way that people treat you. So obviously making sure that you are putting your boundaries out there is really important. And then we've got portal, which is open and close. And can you see how a skirt looks like a tower? That's kind of how that goes. It's like tower moment of, we are closing one avenue and opening another. So you're closing down the things that no longer we need, that we want, that we are good for us, and we're opening new possibilities. So when we change and when things end, it doesn't mean disaster. It means that we are accepting that sometimes things need to end in order for things to open and things to be brought towards us. And sometimes when we're around negative energy, we then ourselves become very negative. So we are only attracting negative energy towards us. So sometimes we have to close that chapter off so we can open up a new chapter and then be more positive about ourselves. Don't forget that Queen of Wands energy, being more positive, passionate, knowing what you want for yourself, knowing where you're going, knowing what you're doing, is an all-time high. So yeah, so that's the reading for today. I hope it resonates with somebody. If anybody has any questions, just leave me a comment in the comments. You can always like and subscribe if you like this video. I'm hoping to do like more content. So yeah, blessings to you all. I hope you all have a beautiful day. If this is your reading, keep going. You're doing all right. You're doing better than you know you are. It's kind of what Spirit's giving me. So, you know, just keep in there. There is no rush. There's no time limit on healing. There really isn't. So, but you're doing great. And what's coming towards you is going to be a lot better than what you've just left. Okay. So, yeah. So, blessings to you all. And I will speak to you all again soon, guys. Goodbye.